Hi hopefuls, I hope that you're well. I have not been very good at posting. Sorry about that. My biggest excuse is that I am uploading every day in February right now, so I spend every morning editing the vlog to then put it out the same day. And usually I don't have enough time to do 2 videos in a day to edit and upload and in this case record. But today my kids are gone, so I have a little extra time. This month we are talking about 2016. I thought, since we are readers, we do a lot of our buddy reads online and we have been tracking our books for a long time, it seems like we have a very long catalog of our book tracking on StoryGraph. So I went to the 2016 reads for all 3 of us and I wanted to see if we had any overlap. Now obviously 2016 was 10 years ago, and I feel like 10 years ago we were all in very different phases of our lives. Not to say that we aren't now, but I feel like the gap between the phases have gotten smaller as time has gone on. So I was interested to see if anything overlapped. So there is one book that all 3 of us read in 2016, and I will get to that one last. You both read 30 something books in 2016. I only read 6, but I've looked at both of your books. The 2 of you had one book in common with each other that I missed by a year. You guys read this book in 2016 and I didn't pick it up until 2017, and that was On the Other Side by Carrie Hope Fletcher. I bought this book in 2017 when I was in England, and then I'd read it that same year. So we missed out on sharing that book, but we probably read it within a year of each other. And then Raquel, you and I had one book in common that we both read in 2016, and that was Matilda by Roald Dahl, which I think is fun. That was definitely a reread for me. I had read that when I was younger, and then I was rereading it because at the time in 2016 I was working in a middle school, so I was reading a lot of those kind of middle grade area books. Why are you crying? What's the matter? So that book we had in common. KATIE-REBEKAH, you and I did not have a book in common, but we did have a book that was very close to being in common. There was a book that you had read in 2016 that I had read the year before in 2015, and that was The Scorched Trials by James Dashner. Why are you hitting my laptop? Which is the second book in the Maze Runner series. But there was one book that all 3 of us read in 2016, and that was Harry Potter and the Cursed Child Parts 1 and 2, the screenplay. I think that book came out that year, so that makes a lot of sense to me. And it makes a lot of sense to me that On the Other Side by Carrie Hope Fletcher was also a book that was very close to overlapping in the same year. So that's what we were doing in 2016. Other than starting this channel, those were some books that we were reading. And speaking of that, we should probably pick another book to do a buddy read. I know that we have the winners kind of going, but I don't know that I am ready to completely finish reading that at this moment. And I think it might be time to look into more books for us to read together, even if we don't start the buddy reads yet. That's gonna be it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.